By 1066, the Viking Age was nearing its end. For nearly 300 years, Norse warlords had raided and conquered across Europe. But now, in one final clash, the Anglo-Saxons would face the last great Viking invasion, a battle that would mark the end of an era. Here, the ancestors of modern England clashed with the ancestors of modern Norway in a brutal struggle for the English throne. The year is 1066, Vikings versus Anglo-Saxons, a battle that would decide the fate of England. The story begins with Harald Hardrada, the legendary king of Norway. With a massive fleet of over 300 ships, he landed in northern England, claiming the English throne for himself. At first, the Viking invasion went flawlessly. Hardrada crushed the first English army he encountered at the Battle of Fulford. But King Harold Godwinson of England marched his forces north at incredible speed, covering nearly 200 miles in just 4 days. The Viking army, camped near Stamford Bridge, was completely unprepared for battle. Many warriors had left their armor back at the ships, expecting an easy occupation. Then, disaster struck. The Anglo-Saxons launched a surprise attack, charging across the bridge and crashing into the Viking camp. Hardrada's forces rushed to form a shield wall, but without full armor, they were overwhelmed. Hardrada himself fought at the front, cutting down enemy after enemy until an arrow struck him in the throat. With their king dead, the Vikings collapsed under the English assault. By the end of the battle, nearly the entire Norse army had been wiped out. Of the 300 Viking ships that had arrived, only 24 carried survivors back to Norway. The battle was over. The Anglo-Saxons had won. But this wasn't just a victory, it was the end of the Viking Age. After Stamford Bridge, no major Viking invasions of England would ever happen again. But the cost of victory was devastating for the Anglo-Saxons. Just 3 weeks later, King Harold marched south to face another invasion. William the Conqueror's Norman army. Exhausted from fighting the Vikings, the English were defeated at Hastings and the Norman conquest began. But could the Vikings have won with better planning? Some historians suggest that if Hardrada had kept his forces fully armed at all times, he might have survived the attack. If he had fortified his position or avoided battle until reinforcements arrived, could he have won the English throne? Or was the Viking Age destined to end here? Like and subscribe for more historical breakdowns.